Introducing your champion.
Hey guys, I hope you're all having a great day, and today I'll be talking about collection event dates as well as a surprising LTM update. And trust me, this LTM is a pretty fun one, so if you joined Apex in the later seasons, you're definitely gonna want to listen to this. So I'll get to that very soon. I have some great news for those of you that have been waiting for the crypto heirloom. So as you know, it's gonna be coming in a collection event very soon. But when is that collection event? Well, previously it was suggested that the collection event would be moved to March 29th, and at the moment it seems like that date has been confirmed. So if we go ahead and take a look at what Josh Medina has said on Twitter, he had this discussion, but it basically ended up with someone asking him for any April Fool's ideas, and he said, "Now we got wrapped up already since it's in 2 weeks," which means April Fool's stuff has already been planned and they have that ready to go. However, like I mentioned before, at the moment there isn't really any April Fool's stuff that is currently in the files, so that basically means they're gonna have to introduce that in a new update. And guess what update comes before April Fool's? That's right, the collection event. It should be coming on March 29th, which means you can expect a trailer to be dropping this week. So if you're interested and you want to get an early look at some of those skins or possibly the crypto heirloom, definitely keep an eye out for that. Okay, so with that stuff aside, there's something I really like about this discussion here, and it's not the fact that it basically confirms the collection event date, it's not the fact that we now know we're going to be getting an April Fool's event. Instead, it's because there's actually so many cool ideas here, and it seems like Respawn is looking towards the community once again to get some more ideas and possibly introduce some of these in a future event. And there's one I'd like to mention specifically, and that is this one right here from Akina. For Apex, I would love to see an LTM with no attachments like Fortnite, but Evo weapons instead. I think that's a fantastic idea. It's basically the more damage you do or the more kills you get, the farther and farther you upgrade your weapon. And of course, if you do end up killing someone, then you can pick up their upgraded weapon as well. And I really don't think it's super hard to make something like this. This is basically exactly what Control does. When you upgrade your ratings, you get a better version of the weapon you have already. Except in this case, it's Battle Royale, and when you pick up a weapon, it has 0 attachments, and you go from there. I think something else that people also want to talk about is the fact that Respawn can start introducing older LTMs as well. I've mentioned this a couple of times in the past already, but quite some time ago, Kralrindo did find that some of the older LTMs have been removed from the game's files. Typically, when they do this, it means they're going to be introducing that thing into the game sooner than later, but in this case, we really haven't seen much of those LTMs come back at the moment. And before we end the video, there's one more thing I want to talk about, and this is an LTM that we've seen in the game before, which might be returning later. So some of you might know this leaker known as AG420. For obvious reasons, I'm not going to be saying their full name. So I'll quickly explain what exactly Flashpoint is, just in case you weren't playing Apex at the time it was released. And of course, once again, this is yet another example of Respawn introducing old LTMs. I'd love to see them do this more often, it just keeps the game from being dry. Okay, anyways, you know how in Control, after you don't take damage for a certain amount of time, your shields automatically start recharging? Well, Flashpoint is basically the exact same thing as that, except there's only a couple of these large bubble areas scattered across the map which provide this sort of effect. If you're outside the bubble, you won't start healing automatically. Also, with Flashpoints, it regenerates your health as well as your shields, so you don't have to worry about that. However, the interesting thing is that at the time this was introduced, the only normal healing items what you could get are Phoenix kits and med kits, which you had to craft through the replicator. So needless to say, this is a pretty interesting LTM. I'd love to see them introduce this back into the game, but I'm also interested to see what you guys think. What LTM do you want to see Respawn reintroduce into the game in the future, and what changes do you think they should be making to these sorts of game modes? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope this made your day just a little bit better. And of course, as always, stay safe, and I'll see ya in the next one. Peace out.